What is up, homies? We're doing another cigar. Ooh, this looks good. Man, that looks like a chocolate and chocolate drizzle. I just looked at the foot. It was sitting here on the table, and I was like, well, that looks interesting. That totally changed the intro for this video. I don't even remember what I was gonna say, other than the fact that we're doing another blind cigar review right now. And by the time you see this, it'll probably be maybe in April of 2025, and we've been doing blind cigar reviews, maybe not quite since January, but we've done several this year, and I'm just kind of curious what you think of the format going into completely blind. Although I will tell you, I think I know what this cigar is. I mean, I can see it. I'll show you in a second, but I can see it, and I know what's in there, and I pick all of the cigars for the Adventure Club. I pick all of the cigars that I want to review. I pick all of the cigars that I want to do blind reviews of, and I take the labels off. And I think I know what this is. I'm still looking forward to it. But what do you think of this format? Let me know in the comment section below. Let's roll the intro, and we'll get started. Hey guys, I'm Ellery Wells from new people in the cigar industry that are making cool stuff. You get to try that if you join the Adventure Club. And right now it's shipping is included, free shipping for that price. In Texas, you'll have to pay a little bit of tax because, you know, the government wants to steal from both of us. So check that out over at. Anyway, this, I don't know what it is. There's like no seams. Let's look at this together. Look at this cigar. Hopefully, yeah, you can see that. This cigar, it's like a person without eyebrows. It's just there's no seams. Like, where is this? Is this like a mutant cigar, or is it just the most beautiful thing? Like, I guess that's where they overlap. But this, it's the no belly button, no eyebrows on this cigar. It's just smooth. Here's the bottom though. Check that out. What do you think of that? Does that look delicious or what? You've got this really dark, extra fermented maybe leaf right here. Maybe that's a high priming Ligero. You've got a little bit of lighter stuff. Man, this right here is the view that caught me. It's sitting just like this on the table, and I glanced over and I was like, holy crap. That thing looks pretty awesome. But we've got a blind cigar review here today. This is the B14, B14, and I actually put this label probably in the wrong spot. It's on the narrow side. You can see here, it's a little bit box pressed, just a smidge, and I think, let's get this thing cut and lit, but I think that this cigar is the Foundation OLMEC CLARO Corona. I think it's just a hunch, because I think that's just what I think. I don't remember what's in it, so we can at least go through that part together. But let's start this timer. All right, got the timer going there. So here's the way that blind cigar reviews are going to work. I don't know what this cigar is, despite me telling you that I do all of the picking, and I have a hunch as to what this is. I don't know what's in it. I don't know who made it. I don't know how much it costs. I have theories, but I don't know. Sorry, that was a very like creepy Joe Biden thing. I have theories. I'm not going to whisper to you because that's weird. I have theories about what this is, but I do not know. So I'm going to smoke the cigar, tell you what I taste, what I don't taste, what I like, what I don't like, and how it's going. And then I'm going to give you a cigar score on this cigar and my final thoughts. And I'm going to tell you on a scale of 1 to 5, 1 being a cigar that I cannot finish, 5 being perfect. I'm going to give the score, and then we're going to figure out what it is, and then we're going to figure out what's in it, because I think that's the only way to do this objectively. All right. It smells really good. Woody, cedary, musty, all that. So pretty good. There's something kind of oily on the palate. That's interesting. Okay. There's some nice little flavor bubbles in there. You would call this toothiness. When you see those little white dots popping up on your cigar, those are pockets of oil that are burning at a different rate. That's pretty good. Draw's good. Flavors are good. Smoke output's good. There's something interesting in there, and it's I'm trying to place the flavors. Oh yeah, now I see it now. Looking closer, have you ever looked at a music box? You know, you spin it and it's got those little braille looking things on the outside of the metal and then the little chimes. I won't tell you how they work because it's pretty easy to figure out. It looks like those were there and then they've all been smushed down. You can definitely see, you can't really feel them, but you can see those little like braille notes there, and very nice, interesting. It's very, very sweet, like a candy sweet, and spitiness. Oh, there's something kind of like the sweetness of angel food in there. We have a slightly uneven burn. Not sure if you can see that. I'll give it a minute to see if it fixes itself. But stay tuned and I'll let you know how it's going with this B14. This burn. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on that. I'll be right back to let you know how it's going. Okay, we're about 30 minutes into this B14. And if this is the OLMEC CLARO, the first one that I had was pretty soon out of the box. I don't know that this is that, but I think it is. And the first one that I had, I thought it was pretty good, but overly spicy, and it wasn't my favorite. However, this one, which, if it is what I think it is, we've had for like 2 or 3 months. And by the way, the burn issue has kind of fixed itself, but it's sweeter now compared to that one, if it is what I think it is. This is a great cigar. It's spicy, it is sweet. We're having great construction, plenty of smoke. This is really enjoyable. I don't know what it is. I just wanted to pop in 30 minutes in, which man, what would I have guessed the size on this? Like a 46 by 5.5 by 46, something like that. So I would expect 75 minutes, and I don't think we're gonna get that on this, but I'm smoking it fast. I will admit, I'm just messing around on my phone, enjoying this cigar, and I have a little bit of a pointy cone there, and that is me. So I will try to slow it down, but I'm very much enjoying this cigar. Just wanted to pop in, let you know, now that we are halfway-ish. Good cigar. Stick around, I'll give you my final thoughts. All right, we're at 1 hour and 4 minutes on this B14. Trying to put that out. I enjoyed this cigar quite a bit. During the middle of the cigar, it's a great cigar. I compare this to, after having finished it, do you ever go to a brewery or whatever, or just a bar, and you are trying random taps or whatever, and there's a beer that is good once, and you're like, man, I'm gonna enjoy this pint, I'm gonna enjoy the hell out of it, but I don't know that I would want a second one. And through the middle of this cigar, this was a home run for me. But after having finished it, I think it falls into the category of that beer that you would enjoy the hell out of once. For me, I don't know that this is one that I would smoke every day, but once a week, definitely once a month. I enjoyed this cigar. It's a little bit spicier in the final third, and that also makes me think this is that Foundation OLMEC CLARO, because I remember that spiciness is kind of familiar. So the spiciness rams, so great complexity. I'll preface that with this, with great complexity. So it started off interesting. The middle third was really delicious, nice, spicy and sweet at the same time. And then some of that sweetness, some of it went away in the final third, and it became more spicy there towards the end. I'm gonna give this B14 a cigar score of 5. I really enjoyed it, I did. And I would smoke another one, 100%. I might let it go a few days. I don't know that this would be my daily smoke just because of the spiciness, and I think that could burn my palate out if I smoked several of these day after day after day. Which is a weird thing to say, and I don't want to discourage you from trying this one. This was great. This was a great cigar. I might smoke it again tomorrow. Maybe it depends on the mood. I don't know. This was fantastic. It really was. It was good. Great construction, except at that very initial stage where the burn, I think, was slightly uneven, but it fixed itself great. So great construction, great draw, a pretty dang good burn, a great burn for most of the cigar. I would guess this is probably about a $14 to $17 cigar. Let's pull up my notes here and see what this B14 is. All right, according to my notes, yep, this was the Foundation OLMEC CLARO Corona. This was in the Adventure Club in February of 2025. Let's pull up all the deets on this cigar here. While I'm pulling it up, they do have a Maduro one of these, and I would really like to try that. Because, okay, so that's going to be the difference. The Maduro is a Mexican San Andres Maduro. This one was a Mexican San Andres Claro, which it means I think it was fermented for less time. The binder is Nicaragua. There's two, one from Esteli and one from Jalapa, and then we have undisclosed filler tobaccos. The Corona Gorda was 5.5 by 48, and we have these. So let's see, oh, there's a long description. You gotta love Foundation. Nick Melillo writes all of these, I guess he writes these. They have a description for all of their stuff. So the heartland of the Olmecs is the tropical lowlands of modern-day Mexican states of Veracruz, Tabasco, and San Andres Tula. Today, this is the same region that grows some of the finest San Andres Negro wrapper. After fermentation, these filler tobaccos are barrel-aged for 3 years before arriving on the production floor. So this does have some age on it. The San Andres Negro wrapper comes from the rich volcanic soil of the land of the Olmecs. Rich flavors of cacao, dark espresso, and spice without being too aggressive. So I would say the spice is fairly aggressive. It mellowed out since we got these. So we've had these for like 2.5, 3 months, and it definitely mellowed out and brought up some of the sweetness from the original one that I smoked. So $14.21. This was a really good cigar. I think you're gonna enjoy it. I hope our Adventure Club members, we just sent out March, so they've had these for about a month, and I think this one's really good. I think you should try it if we can get them. These were a limited run. We got the Claros because that's what we could get. Side note, I kind of wanted the Maduros just because that's kind of my first personal preference there, but this was fantastic. I really want to try that other one. I'm thinking of the there was another Foundation. I just did the larger version. We put the smaller Corona in the Adventure Club, and I have that to review. It's in the box. I haven't done it. It is the Axum Maduro. So Foundation is, they don't come out with new stuff all that often, but maybe once a year. So we had the Axum, we've got this Olmec, and I really like some Foundation cigars. If you haven't seen my review of the Tabernacle of Aniseed Connecticut 142, you should watch that. I'll put a link to that in the description below the video. Foundation's making some great stuff, so we're gonna try to keep them all coming through the Adventure Club. So anyway, cigar score 5 for the Foundation OLMEC CLARO Corona Gorda. Thanks for watching. I'm Ellery Wells from the best place to find and rate where to smoke cigars. So do what Michael just did for us on Cigar Score Lounge. Go over to Cigar Score, find your favorite place to buy cigars, smoke cigars, and leave them an honest review. Upload some pictures and tell the world about your favorite place. And maybe, if you do, we might just have a gift card to our merch store in it for you. So thanks again for watching. I hope you have an amazing day. And as always, happy smoking.